Right. It's 7 o'clock, and I would like to call to order the Seward County City of Kismet Planning and Zoning Commission meeting. Item number 2, approval of the agenda. So I have a recommendation to approve the agenda as presented.
I move we approve the agenda as stated.
Got a motion by Mike,
Second.
second by Mr. Lauterbach. Any further discussion? All in favor state by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Item number 3, approval of the minutes of the March 9th, 2026 meeting.
Need to ask Kelly to refrain on voting
Oh,
from that one.
okay. Ms. Ikes, we're going to have to ask you to restrain from voting on this.
You want me to remove myself?
No,
Okay.
just, as long as we state that, we should be fine.
It's approved 6-0. The problem is we didn't take proper. We went through the motions, but we didn't vote on that last meeting. It says motion carried 6-0. What you got on the agenda?
No, just to approve the agenda.
Yeah.
But not the minutes.
What am I missing?
This is on the March 9th meeting.
March
correct?
9th
Correct.
meeting, correct. Correct.
Yeah, the last month, like I said, we went through the motion, but we didn't take a vote.
Okay. All right, do I have a motion? I saw I reviewed the notes. I mean, they look good. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes as presented?
I'll move to approve the minutes of March 9th.
Okay, got a motion by Mr. Lauterbach.
Second.
Got a second. All in favor state by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. All right, item number 4, clarification and update of Planning Commission meeting 2/23/26 minutes.
Once again, that's just a clarification. We had basically 2-5. Drescher kind of wanted it more to be clarified, so they wanted it to be like 2 out of 5.
Oh, okay. Same thing with the other one, right? 3 out of
Correct.
5 on the vote.
Yeah.
Okay. You need us to make a motion to approve these changes?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Make a motion to approve the changes as stated.
Okay. Got a motion.
Okay.
Got a second by Mike. All in favor state by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Item number 5, administrator's report.
I'd just like to report. I mean, if you guys have any questions or need to get in contact with me, just feel free to reach out. I always got my phone on 24/7. Or if I don't get back with you guys, send an email, text. I mean, I'm here for you guys. So, I mean, like I said, I got my phone on 24/7. I mean, you guys could just reach out anytime.
Anybody want to comment on that? We good? All right. Item number 6, member comments. We can start with Kelly.
I'll pass.
Okay.
Comment.
No comment.
I'm good.
All right. I don't have any comments either. All right. Item number 7. We'll adjourn the meeting. adjourn the Seward County Planning Commission meeting. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Got a motion by Mr. Lauterbach,
Second.
second by Mr. Walker. All in favor state by saying aye.
Aye.
All right, we are adjourned. The Seward County City of Kismet Planning Commission meeting. It is 7:05, and I call to order the Seward City of Kismet Planning Commission work session. Item number 2, review items for conditional use regulations.
Yeah, we were presented for some items just to look at by Mr. Lauterbach.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have that in your packet.
Yes, sir.
Do you have a copy?
I have what he gave me.
Yeah.
I have no book. I have no nothing. So,
Oh, I'm sorry. It moved up. If you want to scoot up, yeah.
I have
We
nothing.
moved you up since we're a member short. Sorry about that.
Thanks.
Ooh.
And where might these be? In here. Are they in here?
I haven't found it yet.
What? I haven't touched this book since I've been here.
You're talking about this packet, right?
That's what they look like.
I got the ones you gave us last month.
I didn't bring them, but I read them, so it'll be all right.
I don't have one in here, but I got some. I don't need one.
We got all the information? All right. So, I guess who wants to explain this? Who wants to lead on this? On this information? Who wants to lead on this?
It was provided. I don't know, Jeff, if you want
That's fine with
to
me.
go by on some of the information provided.
These are just some different regulations I feel we need to look at for all industries, not just for certain ones. What I've done is printed off some examples of some things that other counties have done, some state statutes, different regulations I think need to be looked at. I guess the easiest way to do it is just go down through here and discuss them. The first two deals are just kind of definitions and statements of legal authority. On number 3, on the purpose amendment, proposed amendment, noise infraction. We've all been through this earlier about decimal point noise and everything. The state actually has a decimal level at certain times of the day that is listed there. I feel like that's something we need to look at to protect the people that live in that area of whatever industry it should be. As you can see, from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m., which is daylight, is 55 decibels, and at nighttime it drops down to 45 decibels. And I believe that is at the property line.
Okay.
Sound shall not exceed 85 decibels at any non-participating property line. So that is not, it's 85 at the property line. And that would be for any, not just wind farms or data centers or anything. That's any commercial industry. Is kind of how I feel it should be worded. That way we're not picking on one certain industry.
Right.
We're making it even for everybody. We got to make it acceptable across the board. On the second one, the monitoring, they have to be continuously monitored throughout the year, mid-annual or quarterly reports. That way it's open to the public. There's nothing being hidden. Everybody knows what's going on. It's done by a third party. The county, the county commissioners, our board, nobody is held liable. That third party is hired by the industry. And they make that, they pay that. So we're under no legal terms when it comes to that. Now, on the flip side, before we decide anything, I do believe we need to get with legal counsel,
Right.
and make it black and white.
Mm-hmm.
And basically what I said about third parties down there in section 2 on compliance, must have the Kansas credentialed professionals. On the top of that page on section 2, it's got the setbacks. It states wind turbines at 1,900 feet, data centers and ethanol at 2,000. I believe all that needs to be either 19 or 2,000 feet. Make it all even. At this time, I don't believe we have anything except on the wind turbines. Also, right below it is the zero visible plume dust control. That has to control that, no matter what it be. Keep dirt from blowing on county roads, things like that. On the next page on section 3, list of penalties. That a lot of it is enforced by the sheriff's office, such as dust, traffic, wind, not wind, but noise. You know, and they can write tickets for it, turn violations in, whatever else. Anybody have any questions on that stuff? The only thing besides that, I feel like we need to address, and I don't know how to do it, is water usage. Our farmers are getting cut by the government for water usage. why would we allow somebody to use all the water they want? We do not have any data centers, to my knowledge, coming in right now or talking to us, but they'll use up to 5 million gallons a day. Once the water,
They're asking us as farmers to cut back 15% every year. So we've cut back the last 3 years 15%. And that comes from Garden City. That comes from the water usage. And they come out and flag a meter every time. So I don't know why we as farmers would be under any other stipulation other than the data center usage. I mean, you can't.
I don't have any irrigation, but I know they're being cut every year.
Yeah.
And they're ag exempt in our part of the deal, on our deal. But if the government's controlling that, why would we allow somebody to use however much water they want? You know, we had a helicopter fly in the past month just checking the water level. I haven't seen the results of it, but I know we put in a lot of new wells in the past 10 years.
They flew ours twice just because they couldn't find any. That's pretty sad. They crisscrossed us both ways. Yeah. So I don't know that they'll be looking for us for data centers because we're pretty sad out here. Mm-hmm. But we have to prepare ourselves.
And that's where I'm at. We need to protect the citizens of the county, our resources. Once water's gone, it's gone. We're not getting it back. And we're way too far from the ocean to pull salt out of it.
What would you include the city of Liberal on water restriction?
I don't know if we can do that.
Kind of like Wichita has their still restrictions on water when you can water your lawn this
right.
day of the week. And
I don't know. Does all of the city of Liberal's water come from here in town?
No, it comes from your grass. I thought
all that goes to the ethanol plant.
It's shipped there now.
Yeah.
The majority of that water they use at the ethanol plant come from the city.
So I don't know where this water really comes from. Do you know?
I'm sure you guys have well sites, don't you? How many wells are here in Liberal? Do we know?
I think 2.
We have 3 in Plains.
There's 3 wells up there. But I don't know if they come to town. Okay. Yeah, there's 3 wells up there total. I think there's one out on, not on Sally Road, but out in the Walmart area. I think there's one there. And I know they drilled a test hole out by the county road barn a few months ago. But they haven't done anything with it.
One well in town, 6 of them.
And they all pumped a couple tires or something.
They pump to underground storage tanks, 5 water towers.
And all Liberals is above ground, right? Do they not? They don't have any underground.
I don't think they have.
On this next page, it's just a list of counties that have passed certain things, just for you to look at, see what other counties have done. The rest of it's just descriptions and what other counties have really done.
More of the populated counties.
Yes, a lot of them are.
They probably came into more problems than we have. If they're not set back 2,000 feet, would they just be grandfathered in, or did you have a city?
Well, what you've got here, I mean, you can't do anything about.
Yeah.
Now, if what this reads, and I did say that right here, the Board of County Commissioners has the right to supplement, change, or generally revise its own regulations at any time. If the amendment is written to apply to all CUPs, regardless of the date of issuance, it becomes a new standard for everyone. So whatever's in effect now would have to go by the new regulations, but the distance would not be part of it. But it would have to go by the noise, the dirt, the ultrasound or infrasound, things like that.
So I'll throw another question. If I know some of the silage trucks that there's just one after another, you can probably catch them every mile, mile and a half, and would they have to start wetting the road?
I don't know because they're ag exempt.
You know,
That's ag, so I don't know. Well, they tear them up.
What was that again, David?
silage trucks. There's hundreds that come off of a field, or they travel 40 mile an hour now. They travel slower because there's more trucks, but he was concerned about dust off of a road.
Absolutely. But as a farmer, if your ground's blowing, your neighbor can go and stop it blowing and send you a bill legally. So, what's the difference in us sending them a bill to make the dirt stop blowing? Once again, we're back in the ag deal, and I know that has nothing to do with us. Questions or comments on any of that?
I think we need to look at the regulations in depth, and I think it needs to really be concentrated now that all the CUP stuff has come about. I think we're just going to be looked at more and more and more, and the easier they are, I think we need to protect our ground. I think we need to protect our resources, and I think this is a step in the right direction. We didn't like decal coming in, right? It was stinky, it was smelly, it was this. You know what? They took every bit of our grain and they supported the farmer. If we could look at some other industry to be more like, come on out here and check us out. The dairy needs soybeans to be roasted. They take our soybeans, they take them back to Wichita by the truck, they roast them, and then they bring them back to the cow. How silly is that? Mm-hmm. Can we not can we not be more inviting to that industry than to something that is not going to use our resources at this point? So I don't know. I'm not, I think it's time. These regulations were done in 2009 and then updated in 22. And it's just like driving a car off the lot. They can shut it down at any time. So I think we need to evolve, if anything, out here. Yeah. We're not cowboys and Indians anymore.
Well, these got updated back in January 25.
Do what?
These got updated January of 25.
Those were 25?
Yeah, January of 25.
Well, I think I need to take a look at them again.
Yeah. Yeah, it's because.
What do you think, Edgar?
Well, I agree with you. I mean, there's things that we need to adapt to because there's a lot more industry coming in, and we just need to be prepared.
Yeah.
I mean, I really do appreciate all this research. Honestly, it's because when we started looking at certain CUPs, when we were like, oh, what about this or that? But now we're being more proactive with it. I agree that we can also make it feel inviting, but yet not make it, making it feel inviting still, but yet still having some regulations in place.
Well, by them having to do the annual or
right
check every once in a while.
Yeah.
Right now, if they get a CUP and they're approved, after that, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But
okay.
Now we keep them in.
You talk about inviting. I have something for you guys. And I'm going to pass it all out. But this is reading the room as it sets with our local farmers. This is a petition to protest. And they got well over the amount of 20% that opposed this project from Invenergy. I don't mean to be bringing up dead bones, but this is reading the room. They got 875 acres more than what was projected. That was what was needed. This was filed with the clerk 10 days after the CUP was done. And I don't know that this has ever been done. I don't know. I should stand corrected, but not very often do you get that many acres in one protest. So this is telling me that we're headed maybe in the wrong direction. And I can't help but think that our economy is not going to benefit from this direction that we're going. And if we strengthen those regulations, that will bring in different economy builders that will bring employment, that will support our local economy. So I've got a lot more. I guess I'm not speaking from the hip. There's studies that have been done, and I have more over here that I would like to share. And I don't expect you guys to read it tonight, but I feel like there was a statement made about health and wellness, and there's so many studies that are done that are down the same lines as what Jeff's talking about right here. The setback, the noise, all of it. So I would love to share that property values will, there's one in Colorado that gives you property
So-
values, and this was done.
I have a question about this protest.
What's that?
How does that come into play once it gets presented to the Board of Commissions?
They have to vote 4-1.
It's at them now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in their hands.
It's the majority vote.
4-1.
Okay. Okay.
And didn't they put it off till this month sometime or something, or
So we're still,
gathering info?
talking with them to get straight.
Have you guys?
I got you.
But basically, yeah, we're trying to kind of going back and forth. figure out what-
Yeah.
Like something we're already.
Well, what I read into this protest deal is it's out of our hands now, but
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
you know, there's enough people here to make them do their vote, super vote or whatever. But that tells me maybe we probably ought to look at some regulations and make things a little more clear than what they are now.
Right.
So on that last one I just handed out, flip to the back page. Within the project, it's a 35% decrease impacted on the farm ground that's inside the projects.
Is that
And
all
this is-
farm ground or just where the turbines are?
Just where that's 35% just where the turbines are at, and then 22% within a mile radius. And then the ag percent is 8.5%. So who wants to give up 8.5% or who wants to give up 22% if you're bordering anything like this? Ground wise, I guess ground is important.
Right.
And if you want to put solar on your own ground, that's fine. You know, with all the metals and everything else, you don't obstruct anybody else's property. So, but I think with his dust and all the traffic and all of that kind of stuff, that kind of comes into play with the county road and bridge and all of that comes into play. And we're not going to regulate dirt, but we'd like to regulate travel.
Even with that, like, you know, for the traffic that might occur if this special thing happens, like we're already talking about that.
I know, but I'm just saying,
How to make sure that there isn't dust. So we're taking care of it already.
I'm not coming at Thresher. I'm not coming at Thresher. I'm just saying for future use, I think we have to protect ourselves. We have to protect this county. That's what all of us are here for, is a voice, and maybe nobody else hears anything. Do you guys hear anything about potentials? You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm the only one that talks about it because I feel like it's important.
Right. Well, you also talk about it because right now it directly affects you, right? Because of where you're.
But it's going to affect the whole county one of these days. It's going to affect the whole county.
Right.
You can't just focus on my 21. I think Walker down there is in the same situation. Jeff, you live in the country. You're already impacted by industry. So I think we need to step outside the city limits and take a tour to see how Jeff lives out there. See what the decimals are at the level of his land. This is a workshop, right?
Yeah.
We can say anything we want, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm glad because I think you have to step outside the circle. And I'm not coming at you, Hyro. I'm not. You know, just because you're a county commissioner doesn't mean you're here.
Yeah.
You're here. You're willing to participate.
Yeah,
But what has
I'm trying to
happened
explain
since
to you
then?
guys
What?
Oh, I'm just trying to explain to you guys the most I can without, compromising.
No, you're here as an advisor, right?
Not more than anything, I'm just
Liaison.
I'm just
You're a
here
liaison.
Here. Like, I'm not,
Okay.
like, if you guys are doing your own thing.
Okay.
I'm just here to basically watch.
You're a fly on the wall.
Basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Well, and
that's my passion. I want to look at we need to tighten this up.
this needs to be written somehow. If an industry comes in, no matter what it is, and then somebody buys ground next to it, that's their deal. If something was there when you bought the racetrack, for example, people holler about the noise when it was running. Well, that racetrack was there long before houses was. So that needs to be in here as a stipulation somehow, in my opinion.
So even with the racetrack, it's kind of funny. Like, I have a friend. He does that, not for a living, but he does it, time. And he goes around all the different areas and races. And I asked him, like, hey, why isn't it liberal? And it's because too many people made too much of a commotion about it being loud. So we lost out on that opportunity. So the thing about all this, at least in my opinion, is with the regs, we need to make sure that everybody's protected and it's done in a safe manner. But then also we can't put ourselves too much in a box where we're not open to anything. So even with some of your comments, I'm like, okay, you want it to grow, but then also you want it to be super regulated, and sometimes that just doesn't happen. People from my talks with economic development, I mean, people look at everything that we do. what you guys are doing, what we're doing, what the city and the county and everybody in this community is talking about, positive and negative, and they base their decisions if they want to come here or not off of that. So it's better if we're positive, and again, if we make sure that yes, we're doing the best that we can to protect everybody and having these regs. So stuff like with his house and it being, super close and like the dust affecting him and all that stuff, that doesn't happen. But then also having enough space where we are open to these industries coming in, because like even with your roasting,
Soybeans.
soybeans, right? There's a lot of different things that we need to think about. Like, okay, how is the gas line supposed to be there? Like, is there what can be around it, what cannot be around it? I mean, stuff like that. I'm just kind of throwing out examples, but it's a bigger picture than just.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. That's why I'm on here.
Yeah.
I want to open doors, but we don't need to sell out too easy either.
Yeah, it's about
There
finding
you
a
go.
balance. Yeah, it's about finding a balance for sure.
Yeah. That's all I'm getting at. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah. I like to echo a lot what Jairo said, because you're right. We need to I agree that maybe there's a middle ground of how we should probably regulate, but then we don't want to be like, don't come here, And I do want to say that in our and lately as a community, we've been trying to be very progressive in our growth, and I feel like because a lot of us have been asking for that for quite a while already. I mean, we have been many years, and right now anything that gets in the way of growth, not trying to say that all growth is good. There's certain growth that needs to be done well. I do agree with you on that, because there's very examples in neighboring counties that have seen growth that has not been good. and I tell you this from my perspective when it comes to doing housing. Okay, I've seen housing that's happening that is not in the best quality, and right now they're 2-3 years down the line and they're sagging. Okay, so I'm with you that we do need to bring growth and quality growth. But there is a way of how we need to, I guess, approach it in a way how it can be a middle ground where, we don't regulate our way out of it either, of the opportunities. And it does start with, the cities really did it really well with their comprehensive plan.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I think that we really need to look at again, is our comprehensive plan. Now, I've spoken with Albert, and he's like, well, there's things that there's there, but when was the last time since it was updated? And that's where it really starts. It's really getting our foundation going. Okay. Now we have talked about that we did need to look into that. And I've been in the sport for 2 years already, and I know it's something that's going to be looked at, and then we're going to have to update, in this very near future. So,
because we were even working at like 3 years ago, right?
Yeah.
When
we started it.
Yeah.
And it just
kind of fell through.
Yeah. So I think we really need to pick up that conversation and really stuff like this. I'm glad that you're looking into this. So that way we actually understand which direction that we need to start growing, so we can actually not just Article 27, but all our articles within our regulations, that way we can start dissecting them and start adjusting all of them. But I do, in my honest opinion, some of these things do start feeling a little bit nitpicky. Okay, like the decibels and all that great stuff, the flickering.
Oh, that's a real thing. Nitpicky?
I was actually on the opposite side of that. I was like, yeah, the noise kind of makes sense from the time to time, but also I think it would depend on what type of thing it is.
Right.
So like, if it's like if
we could have car races 3 days a night. I mean, three nights. What big deal is that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can we not set aside a time for that? You know what I mean? Like the county, when you guys run the racetrack out there, could they not just give them 3 nights just to race cars?
I was on the fair
put
board
your
for
earplugs
18
in.
years, and the curfew was lifted during the fair.
Well,
It was 10:30, I think, the rest of the year.
Yeah.
But during the 3 nights, it was lifted.
just lift it. Yeah. Let them have some fun.
But this is like industry stuff.
I know.
Yeah. So
But you
It'd
brought
be-
up the
it'd be-
race cars.
it'd be permanent. No, that was an example.
Oh,
But,
okay.
Uh,
But industry needs to be controlled too.
yeah, because
With an outside source. And I totally
Well, I
agree
think
with
basically
you.
what you're saying is if it's 2 or 3 days a year, no big deal.
Big deal.
But if it's constant,
that's when it
Yeah.
then that's
kind
problem.
of gets a little bit bigger of a deal. But anyway, I'm gonna take a step back. I was just throwing my kind of thoughts out there. I need to I need to bring it back. This is your guys' thing. So
Yeah.
sorry. Apologize.
Well, I mean, I've seen both sides of the coin, right? Some people have negative about it. Some people are positive. I'm just trying to be in the middle. Okay.
Well, and I think the main thing is going to be the distance setback.
Right.
You know, there's a lot of country out there that would access that.
Right.
But see, they wanted their turbines within a certain area. And I understand there's more vast ground out there where there's not dwellings, and for how many miles they got this spread out, I don't understand why they couldn't have chose a different direction
Compacted it up.
or stretched it out. I mean, they put more turbines closer to the houses than the further south you went.
There's nothing.
No.
Yeah.
Well, that maybe they couldn't get those landowners to sign up, too.
It's always a problem. I don't know.
But that's neither here nor there. That's already taken care of. So I mean,
Yeah.
that's,
Yeah, but just they were going off of that. If we reduced it or increased the setback to 2,000, then they might be similar to newer infrastructure similar to the turbine that they wouldn't want to come in because it wouldn't work for them.
Well, they was okay with 1,900 feet, if I remember right.
Correct.
You know,
And that's
so
kind of the condition we passed, wasn't it? I was
Right.
19.
yeah, I think if any industry, if we keep it 2,000 feet, that's just less than half a mile. You know, they should be able to control the noise, dirt, and everything else to a dwelling, an occupied dwelling, within that half mile.
That's kind of, I haven't been back to Wichita in a long time, and I went back to Pratt the other day, and it's amazing how many windmills and solar farms have popped up out there in the last 2 years, maybe. I mean, this would be interesting to see what them counties are doing, because there are a lot, and they're
Yeah.
pretty close together. And a lot of houses around, so I don't know.
Yeah, I asked somebody that lived there in Pratt, and they didn't like the solar farm southeast town. I don't know what all they went through or what.
and they have a solar farm in Dodge, but it's not hooked up.
It's what?
It's not hooked up. They don't have the transmission lines.
Yeah, it's on the east side.
Yes, out by the feedlot.
Well, that goes clear to almost Kinsley, doesn't it?
I don't know. I haven't been through there in a while.
Yeah, we have been approached about a solar farm that's wanting to come in, but
Is that connection with the hydrogen plant, or they're trying to find power?
no, they're just kind of talking, kind of seeing, I guess, how the turbines kind of play out for now, if you want to come in. But I mean, it's been a while since we even had
We
contact.
talked to two groups. One was up around Highway 51. Right back down to the
We was approached 3 years ago about it. They was wanting to put one on us, and that would have been just northwest of the helium electrical plant. So they've been talking about it, and there was a transmission line that wanted to go through there this year. I assume it was for the winter. I don't know. But it got done.
Some of the solar farms don't need those big transmission lines. Ones up here on 51 can tie into lines like on Road 7.
Well, I think that's why they wanted it, or because it's so close to the electric plant.
Yeah. We've been approached.
Didn't the city approve to put some on them?
What? Something else.
I don't know what the next step is. If you guys want to just kill it, if you want to look into it, I know it has to go through a public hearing before we make a decision. So we're months out from making a decision. But I feel like as fast as the industry is coming in and building, we need to get something done if we're going to do it.
Well, an updated comprehensive plan will give us guidance in where we're headed.
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, that's where we need to force and put our energy to. But I'm not sure how we go about that because everybody's talked about following the county or following the city and then getting legal involved and then.
I
No,
thought
we
the
never-
county was updating theirs,
the thing with the
and
city when I
we're
was
going to
here.
have it hired, or
I don't know that.
did the county ever update theirs a couple years ago?
No. We were looking at.
Were they having it hired?
We looked at having it hired, and then with everything going on right now, I don't know where that's going to be.
Counties are different animals. Cities are easier because you know where the residential growth is going.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to turn down a large, lucrative industrial facility located? Comprehensive plans of counties coast.
I'm sure that's in this book, isn't it?
Yes.
They're tough.
Is there guidelines that we could follow? I mean, is there suggestions or
Or the comprehensive plan.
yeah?
The thing is based on after our Pyro and I had the experience with the city, it's really nice when you have a consultant. Because when you have a consultant, they've dealt with other counties that work on this on a daily basis, and they can give us right away recommendations of what has been working based on their experiences on their regulations. Not too far from here, we actually have a planner here, John Smith, that's sitting in the crowd. So he knows what that means as well in terms of actually having a planner and having that consultant to guide us. I wouldn't recommend we do it ourselves. It's always nicer to have an outside view from the outside, so that way they can guide us appropriately.
Consultant firms come in, they're going to talk to
Mm-hmm.
tax plans, schools. They're going to
Mhm.
go out there. They gather that information.
Right.
And they talk to everybody. Bipartisan, they come from.
Yeah. Yeah.
They would set stuff up where people come in and have a conversation over with a bunch of different things.
PEC.
They were out of Wichita.
Was that PEC?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, professional engineering.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we sat and had a few work sessions together and kind of went over information.
They're a big firm. I've been with them
Yeah.
for 40 years in electrical engineering.
What does something like that cost? What's cost on
I
that?
think it cost the city like $100K around there.
A lot of it's population. Too.
But at the time when the city was doing it, they were gonna give a county deal. I don't know what's going on, and it didn't go through.
Get it wonderful.
Yeah, they
cities
got
are
their
done,
stuff.
Cities
done.
done.
Yeah.
And that's why
It's adopted and everything.
Huh?
Yeah, the city has it adopted.
Which I don't know. I don't know if we could maybe talk to them, and now that they get the cities done, I don't know if the ours would be easier or harder. I would assume easier.
Oh, yes.
most of the legwork.
Most of those figures, those numbers are
Match right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
So I can look into that. And talk to some
Well, yeah. I mean, really, the next step is if you guys really want to do it, like, it's actually put out a formal RFP out, and that way we can start. You guys can start interviewing consultants, and actually budget it out. But
now's the
I don't know if are you guys doing budget right now?
yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's on the 20th.
Awesome. I think that you should include something like that within your budget to do this. Hopefully, we'll get it done in 2027.
I'll bring it up to the guys.
Because I mean, I do invite you guys to read our comprehensive plan right now. It's not very inviting. It's very inaccurate right now. Yeah, so we need to really fix that.
Where can I find that in this book?
Uh, yeah, we won't have it.
It's not in the book, huh?
Edgar, Albert, where'd he go?
It's right there.
What is this? He handed it out.
Oh yeah.
Are we going to go over that?
We were approached by the dairy. That handout we kind of want to put out, you guys can kind of go over. He came in, was it middle of the week?
Yeah, he came
Brought
in.
that to us and was kind of discussing that, what is
He
that?
he would like. We discussed this back in 2016. His comments was the reason people don't come to Seward County to develop because we have too stringent regulations. They want proposed ordinance here easing up on regulations for the county. And he has it.
And who
I
was
don't have
it?
it.
A dairy?
Brought in from the Meade County Dairy, or a person from them came in and brought it in. They say the reason people don't come to Seward County to develop is because of
Nope.
too many regulations. They would like to look at that. This,
Probably in our last book.
this pretty much
Probably in the last book we had.
taking all regulation off of commercial feedlots.
Can you just have her email that to us?
I can, I'll have to take it out.
So the things that are marked out in here, they don't want in the regulations. Is that what I'm taking here?
Correct. And a lot of that's been striked through. It's basically statute
Yeah.
on a lot of that information.
Kansas statute.
So when we start
I mean-
crossing out things, then we just turn it loose. When they run out of Meade County water, they're going to come over here.
Well, and
But
we're
that's one of the things that Kent was
They're
stating,
complaining
they
about.
come
I
here
get
and
it.
state that we're too strict. But I mean,
That before.
Yeah.
well, what defines the line before an ag deal becomes an industry?
if it's for commercial use, I mean, like on your ag, basically what statute states if it's for like a homeowner, raising
Family farm.
family farm, and that's where it defines as agriculture. But if you do like a commercial and resale and stuff like that, that's where our CUP comes in place.
So a dairy, a feedlot,
Yeah.
is all industry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure the plant down the river was put in way before CUP was ever thought of,
Which one?
any of them.
No.
Down on the river.
Yeah, helium plant, electric, air gas.
Yes.
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 When you went in, there was a thing called the Area-Wide Planning Commission. did some residential subdivisions back in the 80s. I can't answer.
See, the farthest stuff I found was back.
I know the plant blew up, the compressor shed blew up when my mom was about 6 years old. She said,
Yeah. So it's been a long time. And that's why the zoning regulations state that when you adopt zoning regulations for new, everything that's there is grandfathered in.
right.
But that's why the regulations say if they want to expand them, they come back to the
But every time the dairy expands in Meade County, they get another 10-year abatement.
I don't know anything about
Okay.
it.
So I just, they've built, since they've got 3 brand new turnstiles out there now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's an impressive unit. It's wonderful out there, but it's state of the art. And they just keep adding and adding and adding. And I was told by a commissioner in Meade County that they get another 10-year abatement. Every time they add a building, they get another 10 years.
Yeah.
So,
No, anything.
That wouldn't be good.
that what?
That's not good.
No, that's not.
Oh, it is for one party.
Not for them, not the rest. Yeah. So,
So when would the ethanol plant come back for COP?
When?
When they
Well,
want
we
to expand.
I actually have something that will be coming in front of you guys back in August. They're wanting to add a membrane building, so I'm going to be bringing that in front of you guys in August.
Be in the August.
Would it be in their same place as the bunkers?
Across the highway,
Oh.
off of P.
To the east?
It'd be
Or-
east of
The
P,
south.
yeah.
South.
south.
Wow.
It's
Yeah.
It's also it's a separate.
Yeah. It just
That triangle spot that Asher used to own.
No, it's a quarter.
Sorry.
It's a quarter.
Quarter section. Across the road.
Brady Ecus own it.
I think it was Ecus. Yeah.
The what?
For one, but I don't know if you've seen the one in Garden City, the ethanol plant.
Yeah.
It's big
Yeah.
cold storage.
Yeah, I thought they'd put it in place of the bunker and reduce the dust.
And it's proposed. I will be bringing that to you guys.
What else is on the agenda? What else is behind the curtain? Come on.
As far as that, that's all we have.
Oh. Okay.
So the way I'm reading everybody is we need to go over that comprehensive plan before we do anything.
That's right.
Well, if the budget don't allow it, then all
Then
we
we're
could
on
do
our own.
was adjust based off of this and see if the commissioners would approve it.
That's
I
right.
mean, you guys, we could still look at the regs, and if you guys want to make adjustments, I mean, that's
Yeah. I mean, but I do value this research, though. I mean, if we need to, I guess, update them a little bit, that way, when anything else comes in, and then they have, more regulations or guidelines they need to follow, then so be it, right? Because, reality, what I appreciate about your guys' opinion is, and well, most of you guys, is you guys live out there. I live here, So I can only say from my perspective what I see out here. Okay.
So are we wanting to add changes?
Well,
Changes or
I think let's let Hyro see if we can get some ball moving with the comprehensive
We
plan.
could keep start the discussion with the
Yeah.
people that are going to back.
Mhm.
If we don't get that backing, then it's
Yeah. Yeah. Then once we see from there, from that feedback, we'll see if we can circle back around and look at.
and we could have another work session if you guys want
Yeah.
after
Yeah.
our August meeting.
I guess I don't want it to fall by the wayside. I want to continue talking about it.
Well, I mean,
I know,
yeah,
steps at a time, but
Yeah.
I don't want it just to
no, but
all of us get together and then okay, everybody gets busy and then we're done. But yeah,
no,
okay,
no, but the reality is we always look at our regs and we always update them, you know, on a pretty regular basis.
And a lot of it too, myself with Kent, we look at the rigs and I bring it in front of the board because I mean we see stuff when we're going out doing permitting CUPs. We see these things all the time. With the rigs, we deal with it. So I mean, we make the changes sometimes, and we're just bringing it in front of you. But if there's something else you guys are seeing that we're missing, I mean, bring it in front of us. I mean,
so do you bring the changes to us then when you make them? You don't make the automatic changes in the regs, do you?
He brings a proposed.
I'll bring a
change.
proposed
okay.
draft, and you guys will still have to take a vote.
I guess I don't know how this system works. So.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure the public is protected. I personally dealt with an industry and warned them about it and got a letter from an attorney threatening me if I said any more, I would be sued. And that's not right for the public. I just don't feel like that's showing the community we're doing.
Right.
Face it, industry's got more. Yeah. They do. That's basically what I'm protect the people and the environment. We've had to drill so many wells over the past 10 years, and we're going to run out of water.
Well, Oklahoma will probably continue to pump us out. So,
And one of the biggest usage in Oklahoma was slack, and he said, we've got to stop this.
well, yeah, I mean, once we limit ours, every drop counts, but I don't know if it'd make a big enough difference. It should for a couple more years, but.
All right.
So could you have her email that comprehensive plan to all of us so we can look at it for next month?
Yeah, I'll have it sent out tomorrow, and then I'll also put it in you guys' books. I know we had it in there at one time, and I don't know if it's just got taken out.
I have another theory or problem suggestion. We have restrictions on intersections with setbacks on buildings, but nothing on shrubs or trees. Do I need to bring any proof on that? Or? And I had to pull into the road to be able to see the oncoming traffic.
You see a lot of that in the city, but in the county.
Every town, Kismet's got it. You have what's called vision clearance triangles.
Yeah.
Got to be so far, so when you pull up, that's why I had a lot in cities. You don't have 6-foot fences out to the side,
No.
because you can't back out of your driveways into the street. Get to a corner, you can't see a corner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, again, like everything else, counties are different.
No. Yeah, I've seen a little bit of gardens, county regulations to go from the intersection 600 feet. Everything has to be below 6 foot or something.
It's
4
generally
foot.
in towns, it's below 3 foot, so you see it out of the road.
You know what? I'm pretty
I
sure.
really don't want to go too far.
No, I was going to
Yeah.
say, we're going to be making like
That's best to do that for the winter.
Well,
I don't know if any of y'all can rock salt and bake.
if the county's out mowing, they can just make another pass and
Yeah.
take a little bit of the corn down.
I was about to say, I'm pretty sure Mark said something about a couple intersections being that way, where it's like,
well, they're built out in the right
yeah,
any kind of
exactly.
And when it comes to our attention, we don't have fence regulations in the zone. People start putting up fences, we get called. We go out, they're out the right, then we've got to stop. We don't have regulations, say you gotta come get a fence. If we're out there trying to deal with them to get them back out of our right of way. And it's my property, I
yeah.
put up a fence. on it,
It's a small problem, but it's something still there.
I've known that friends died because of intersection crashes during the home season. trucks and stuff.
It's tough too.
You
Like,
gotta look for dirt.
even
You
if you're
gotta look for dirt.
even if you're braking too, because it's there, you don't have good
Yeah,
grip,
yeah.
so you'll just go straight through.
Bad enough going down the highway with all corners on both sides of the deer.
It's tough out there. Cities have it. It's
The county's been doing a good job of mowing though. If they just take another spot, maybe, I don't know.
it's
It's not my corn to be mowing, but I don't
Yeah.
know.
Well, if it's on the county right of way, you should be able to mow.
You should
through
be able
it.
to mow it.
Yes.
That's right.
Mow through it, don't worry about it.
Yes.
And I think that's what you're saying, right?
Yeah,
In the county right away.
There at this one spot, there's even telephone or the highline poles there,
And
and
you planted
they
between.
planted underneath them.
Well, and that's,
So it should be property line right away, whatnot.
see, and then, yeah, but we don't have anything on
No,
servers, structures.
yeah, just structures. Oh, oh,
You
oh.
gotta wanna entertain and putting plants, shrubs, and stuff in the zone.
It'd be a small paragraph there.
That would cover the county mower.
Well, it would be us going out and talking to them first. And if they didn't do anything after 10 days, then we'd have to start proceedings.
Well, I think that's something that sure needs to be done during the winter. That way, there's no crops there and they know before next planting season.
How busy do you want to be?
Well, yeah.
It's
that-
all over
we
Seward
don't have
County.
manpower.
Don't even.
Yeah,
We
Yeah.
don't have the manpower.
yeah. See, that's the thing too.
It's
mean,
myself, and I got Kent part time.
Yeah. See, that's kind of the thing that being in this position now, like, before, like, I used to think, man, this is moving kind of slow. I wish it'd move faster. But one little change just, it's a domino effect.
Snowballs.
Albert has a good point. Like, we'll be super busy, and then we're going to have to hire more people, which means we're going to have to spend more, which, I mean, it'll keep us a little safer, but that's another expense that we're at, which people don't want to spend.
That's what I said. How much work do you really want?
Exactly.
You know,
So,
maybe a warning.
But that's after it's already grown up.
yeah.
Done.
Then you gotta,
Then you got to go find it. Yeah.
that's a lot of square miles out there for one guy to run around.
He's got road graders.
But the
Road graders
grader
spy
guy
on
will
everything.
Call us and say it's zoning, you need to send him a letter. We have to notify him, you gotta give him a legal time.
Get it? It's just
It's,
corn in the
it's,
ditch. I get it.
And if they don't do it, then. road
Way to go,
grader
Walker.
compensate.
Okay, you can pick on CJ. He's got trees in the ditch now.
He got lost in the ditch.
I mow my own ditch. Thank you.
All right, guys.
Are we done?
Are we good? You want to continue this? I guess we'll pick it up in another work session when we decide to have another one.
I just want to thank you guys for looking at it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
A
something
lot
I feel we need
of,
to
lot
look
of good information there. We just got to figure out what to do with it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's where I'm at. All right, guys. Well, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn the work session.
I make a motion.
Got a motion by Kelly,
at.
second by Mike. We are adjourned.